Hello everyone, this is Kelly with Crafting Creation Studio, and today is kind of a continuance of last night. I'm gonna pour this other one, and then I've got these three molds out to pour. I'm gonna use this iridescent, well no, that's purple. I don't want purple. Let me go get my regular. Okay, so I'm just going to use this macro pearl. I actually kind of like to paint my projects after I pour them. I've mixed up 20 ounces of resin. Ooh, I hope I have enough of this to do both of these. Let's see what we come up with here. I'm going to put a scoop in that one. I might have to get to Hobby Lobby and get some more, because I love this. As you can tell, it was a big bottle and it's basically gone. But it should be enough to color these, I feel for sure. Okay, well, that one's done. It is empty. Alright, get these mixed up. I know one of them has got a ghost in it holding a pumpkin. So the macro pearl, being that pearly white color, will be perfect for that. Then I can just color the other items around it. Everybody have a good day today? Mine was fairly decent. I worked through lunch and left at 4 so I could come home and get started on my creating. I have to work tomorrow too, so my only day off in this 2-week cycle is Sunday. Alright, I got that one mixed. Let me get this one mixed up and then we will start pouring. And then it'll just be hurry up and wait for the curing, which in your part of it, it won't be a wait. It'll just be a break in between videos that I merged together for you. But in mine, it will be an overnight and work all day and come home from work wait. But that's okay. It's all part of it. Alright, I just about have this one mixed up to this, getting all the mica powder mixed in. I'll stir this other one more good time. Let this one sit and stir it one more time, and then we'll start pouring. I ran them through the vacuum chamber and got all the main bubbles out. Stirring in the mica powder will work in some bubbles, but not enough really to make that much of a difference. Alright, let's scrape this stick off and rest it over here on my paper towel. And let's get to pouring. I'm going to pour this shallow one first. Alright, that looks good. Alright, let's pour this one. And because I don't really know what's in the bottom, I'm going to pour that, and then I'm going to get the mold picked up and just kind of squeeze around and work the resin around to make sure we get into all the little crevices. Like I said, I don't know what this one is. I got an extra Into Resin mold out that is still in the package. I've not even taken it out of the package yet, so if there is enough resin left over to pour that one, I plan to pour that one as well. But these like this hold quite a bit, so don't know if there's going to be enough or not. Alright, that should be enough for that one. Get this one started. Roll it around. Get that mica or that resin work down in that bottom, so we don't have any surprise bubbles when it's all said and done. All right, let me get my stick and scrape the rest of this one out. It's amazing what gets left behind in these cups. Then if you don't scrape them, you're wasting a lot of resin. Got a little bit of spillage there, so let me get that cleaned up, because I don't like to leave stuff like that on my mat. Okay. All right. See if I can scrape just a little bit more out of this one, then we'll move on to the next one. And then see if there's going to be enough to pour this other Into Resin mold, which is another one that I don't remember what it was. I've ordered so many molds, it's unreal. My husband tells me that I keep FedEx and UPS and the Postal Service in business with all the packages I get delivered, because I get packages every day. Amazingly enough, I only had one today when I got home. Alright, so that should be it for that one, or for that cup. So let's get this other one over here and finish filling this one up, which it's not going to take much to finish it. Alright, I think that is good. Maybe too much. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of that out. Now then, that looks good. Okay. Now, let's pour this one. I've developed a little bit of a head cold over the last day. Runny nose and just kind of heavy head feeling, but other than that I feel okay. Not enough to keep me home from work or to keep me from pouring resin. Hopefully it doesn't become that. Alright. More. I think that's good, and I do believe we have enough to pour this other one. So let me get it out of the package. Apologize in advance for the package noise. I didn't want to take it out if I wasn't going to use it. I was going to leave it in there until I was ready to pour it. So it's a brand new Into Resin. Kind of look at it here under the light and see if I can Try to figure out what it is, and I have no. I think it's a witch. I think it's a witch. We're gonna find out though. Come tomorrow. Let's see here. I'm gonna. All these things stick to this mat. Okay. And I'm just kind of move that one there to the middle. Put this one here on this outer edge so I don't bump that one. Trying to pour this one if I had put it in the middle. Alright, let me work that around because I think there's a little tip or hat in there. Yep, there comes a bubble popped up to the top, so just kind of work that around. Alright, let's finish pouring this one. Oh, I got more left over than I realized. Wonder what else we can dig out and pour. Let me see what else I can find, guys. This is going to be a busy painting session for tomorrow. Give me 1 second. Well, that's about. I don't know if there's enough to fill that up. Let me try to find one a little smaller. Hang in there with me, guys. I'm looking. Let's see if we got enough to pour this little jar that's got the screw-on lid. I love this too. It's a pretty mold. I think I should have enough to pour this one if I'm remembering correctly. I'm going to spritz this one. A little bit more in the jar part of it. Let's spritz it again. Got some bubbles that popped up on top. And they're not wanting to pop. So we will help them along. Alright, let me get it eye level with this thing and make sure they're both up to the top, and they do appear to be, but I am going to go around this edge because of the little nodules in there for the jar lid that screws on there to make sure that none of those get missed. Alright, bubbles, go away. It probably came up with me working that around like I did, so it's probably a good thing I did that, or maybe would have had bubbles, and don't want no bubbles. Alright. That looks good, and I actually have some left over, so I guess I will pour no, I did a bunch of those yesterday. Let me find something else to pour, guys, in my little side door here. This little squirrel is cute. So I'm gonna put the little squirrel down there, then I'm gonna find some alcohol ink. See if I can find a brown alcohol ink. Surely. There's orange. I don't want an orange swirl. I want no, not that red. There's bound to be a brown in here. Use this alcohol ink. This is a brand that I think I got this off of Amazon. Let me find my Lex resin alcohol ink. Alright. Now to find a brown in here. There's a coffee. That should be good enough. That's what I pulled out. Was coffee. So we're just going to swirl it. I know squirrels aren't really a swirly color, but in this case it's going to be. Get my little stick here. And swirl it and pour. I think it's going to be cute. Alright, now what else can we pour? Let's just do the nifty little turtles. Can't go wrong with those either. Those always turn out cute. We'll just do the brown and the mackerel pearl mixture. Have enough to do one more turtle. Let me drop one more brown ink in there. Swirl it around. Because my resin's getting thick. Thick. Alright, let's get this pearl poured. Perfect. Okay. I actually got a little bit too much in that one. Just kind of dip that in there and pull some of that out and see where that leads me. And that looks just about right. Okay. Okay, guys. Well, we're going to let this stuff get cured. And then I will be back. I think I poured too much out. I will be back tomorrow evening after work. And we'll get these all unmolded and see what we come up with. Okay, let's get these demolded. And guys, I'm sorry, I am not feeling good today. I went to work, worked all day, just got home, and I've got a terrible head cold or something. But I'm not going to finish these out coloring today, but I will get that done hopefully tomorrow morning or whatever, and I will showcase them on my next video. So let's get these unmolded and see what we've got. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. It is a Halloween gnome holding a pumpkin. That one is going to be adorable finished up. And another Halloween gnome holding a pumpkin. I can't wait to get these done. Wish I felt like doing it now, but I just don't. This one, it's a gnome, but I think it's just, well, no, I think it is a Halloween gnome. A female. It's got pigtails. That's going to be adorable. Trying to get this one out of the mold. It's a little bit harder. Goodness. Oh my gosh. Y'all bear with me for a minute, because it is not coming out easily. Wow, I've never had this much trouble demolding something. There we go. This one is a witch. That was the into resin mold. And it's a witch holding her broom and the crystal ball. Super cute. And this one is the ghost with the moon and bats flying, kind of like the one that had the cat on it yesterday, but this time it is a ghost in the moon. Ooh, that turned out pretty. Little brown turtle. Let's do the little squirrel. Cute. Got some trimming to do on this one around the edge, but sometimes it'll peel off fairly easy, and I cut myself. The thing about this resin, you got to be super careful because it is sharp and it will cut you sometimes. Not the first time I got cut, and certainly will not be the last. That is 100% a fact. And here is the little lid. I'm checking. No bubbles, yay. And that little lid screws right onto the top of the little jar. It's super cute. I'll get that one trimmed up, and I'll do some little blinging on that one, just not tonight. So that is it for the demolding of this video. I appreciate everybody that joined in to watch. Sorry I don't feel like finishing them, but it happens sometimes. So we will see you on the next one, everyone. Everybody have a blessed evening. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. And don't forget to hit that like button. See you next time. Bye.